Hello, beautiful heathens. If you're new here, my name's Aote, and I'm a 57-year-old elder goth with a shopping addiction. If you have been here before, welcome back. Today is just a short video of a mini Killstar haul, and if you can just bear with me through this pesky intro, we'll be right back. Cue intro.
Welcome to Awkwardly Gothic. Awkwardly Gothic, weird in the best way. A little witchy, little silly. Come hang out and stay if you love dark vibes and laughter. This is where you wanna be. Perfectly imperfect, awkwardly Gothic. Awkwardly Gothic.
Before we dive into today's haul, I wanted to talk about something that's been happening behind the scenes with Killstar, because I know that some of you have noticed the same thing that I have. Over the past several months, Killstar has been making some pretty significant changes to the way that they operate. Rather than having separate inventories for different regions, they are working towards consolidating their stock and shipping everything from their European distribution center. The goal is to make the shopping experience more consistent so that customers around the world have access to the same products, instead of wondering why something is available in one country but sold out or never being available somewhere else. So, with any major change like this, there have definitely been some growing pains. For me personally, my last few orders, including warehouse orders, or they may have all been, I think, sales and warehouse orders, they've taken close to a month to arrive when I used to get them in less than a week. So if you have been waiting on your own orders, you're definitely not alone. I know it can be very frustrating when you're excited to open up those spooky goodies and they seem to be taking the scenic route across the globe. Well, that being said, I do want to give credit where it's due. Every time that I've reached out to Killstar's customer service, they've been incredibly kind, responsive, and transparent about what's been going on. They've kept me updated on my orders, explained the delays. The most recent one got stuck in customs, and they've always been professional throughout the process. That level of communication, it does make a difference. And it also seems like Killstar has been putting a lot of effort into improving the brand overall, not just streamlining their logistics, but also focusing on the quality of their products and the customer experience. Big operational changes are rarely seamless, but I'm hopeful that once everything settles into place, we will all benefit from having access to the same collections with a smoother ordering process. So while the wait for this order has definitely tested my spooky little patience, I do think that it's worth remembering that this is a company actively investing in improving itself. So if you're able to, I would encourage you to continue to support them while they work through these changes. Hopefully the growing pains will be behind them soon. And in the meantime, let's see if today's haul was worth the wait. So our first item is called the Venomous Rose Maxi Dress, and I'm wearing it right now. So the care instructions are basically wash in cold water and do not tumble dry, do not let it touch a dryer at all. And I think you might be able to cool iron it inside out. For me, I like to use a little steam iron because I think basically I have not run any issues doing that. And I think that that will clear up these little wrinkles that I have going on here. The Venomous Rose Maxi Dress is one of those pieces that feels effortlessly Gothic. It combines a romantic floral print with winding serpents, creating a design that's equal parts elegant and a little bit dangerous, pretty much like my personality before I've had coffee. This lightweight, flowy fabric gives the dress beautiful movement, making it perfect for everything from a casual day out to a spooky evening event. This lace-up neckline adds just enough detail without being over the top, while the sleeves, and especially I love the asymmetrical handkerchief hem, and it creates a soft, witchy silhouette that I absolutely love. What makes this dress really stand out is the print. Instead of relying on solid black alone, Killstar paired this lovely floral print with coiling snakes to create something that feels darkly romantic rather than flashy. It's one of those prints that manages to be bold while still being incredibly wearable. I wore it on a conference call today, as a matter of fact. The fit is very comfortable through the body, and the flowing skirt makes it easy to move around in. So comfortable, which is my go-to these days, is soft, flowy, comfortable dresses that aren't going to have me melting in the heat in what is still very much summertime in Las Vegas. This is one of those dresses that would be just as at home at a Gothic gathering, a fall festival, browsing a bookstore, or simply making an unnecessary trip to Trader Joe's. Because sometimes you just want to look dramatically mysterious while you're out buying oat milk. And if you're watching this shortly after this video goes live, you're in luck. At the time of this filming, this dress is still on sale for just $30. I think I'll have to put the original price. I think it's $75, but $30, this is a great value. I believe it's extra small through 4X. So if you've been liking what you're seeing with the look and the pattern, I love the pattern on this dress. That's what drew me to it. Um, these things have a habit of disappearing, especially when it is out there at a reasonable price. So check it out. And if you fall in love with the actual print, Killstar has used it across several other pieces in the collection. There's a lace-up skirt, a corset-style top, a puff sleeve mini dress, and an asymmetrical top. So you can mix and match your way through your wardrobe depending on your style. Overall, I'm very pleased with the Venomous Rose Maxi Dress. It's a beautiful addition to Killstar's collection. It's feminine without feeling frilly, and gothic without trying too hard, and versatile enough you can style it with boots, platforms like I did, or even a simple pair of flats. It's an incredible value at $30. And so, if it speaks to your spooky little heart, grab it before it's gone. There'll be a link in the description. One of the things I've been excited to try is some of the items from Killstar's Coven cosmetic line. Rather than simply putting their logo on generic makeup, they have been building a collection that I feel really embraces the Gothic aesthetic. With dramatic packaging, rich pigmentation, I'm actually wearing some shadows from one of the palettes today, and it's holding up pretty well. I've had it on since 6 this morning, and it is now 8 at night. So I think it's held up pretty well. And so I think the goal with the Coven line is to create high performance makeup that captures dark elegance and everyday wearable Gothic beauty. So for this haul, I picked up both versions of the Beyond the Grave pressed powder palettes. So the first one is Spectral Smoke. So this is the packaging. It's really beautiful packaging, I think. And let's see if I can get this open. Yay. Probably because I opened it earlier today. So you'll see a little bit of my fiddling with the colors in the palette. And I used the one thing I was like, this shade right here, it looks really white, but it took me, and this is what you're seeing up in here. So, I mean, it's light, but you have to build it. Now, as far as the blending goes, they're very blendable. There is a bit of fallout, but that could be me because I wasn't tapping in between. And so I discovered later in the day, and I don't know when it happened because I was fairly certain when I did my makeup I was looking for this. I had like fallout like all down here. So I'm like, I hope I wasn't looking like that in my conference call, which again, I think I would have picked it up. I look at myself before I do that. Anyway, so yeah, I really like it. I love that they're cool toned. You know, because it is harder to find cool tone versus warm tone grays. So this is a solid palette that I will use forever. I do want to start doing more makeup, actual putting on makeup on my channel. I just got to get used to doing it. I did one. I have one makeup thing, and half the time I had the mirror in front of my face. So it's on the list of things. So I really love this spectral smoke palette. Very happy with that. And then the other one that I picked up is Haunting Hour. And this one leans more into deep purples, bruised plums, rich violets, mystical lilacs. I really do love plums, purples, because I think it goes with my face pretty well. And this is the first time I'm looking at this, and I have not tried it before, but I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Yeah? What do you think? So yeah, I'm sure I will do a look for this one soon, but if it's anything like the other palette, I was very pleased. I have yet to try any of Killstar's, of the Coven lines, lipsticks. They have lipsticks, lip glosses. They have a few colored liners, one black eyeliner. And so I'm hoping that someday soon I am able to check those out because I was really enticed by Toxic Tears. I think when Coven first came out, she did a look with some greens, and I was just like, I have to have this. Now I do have more greens. I wish they would come out. These are the only two palettes that I'm aware of. And I was actually curious about the future of Killstar's Coven makeup because I wasn't sure whether it was going to be just a one and done collection, but doing a little digging before filming this, and as of right now, I find Coven is still very much alive on Killstar's website. You may find that there are, because I did get a slight discount on these, but they have multiple products. They're still they're available and they're still actively promoting the line. So I don't see anything indicating that they're planning to discontinuing it. So I'm really hoping that these two palettes aren't the end of the Coven story, because I would absolutely love to see what they come up with next. As someone who's been following Killstar for years, it's nice to see them investing in products that feel thoughtfully designed instead of just chasing mainstream beauty trends. They look like they were created for the goth community rather than simply painted black and marketed to us, which happens way too often. So, my beautiful heathens, thank you so much for watching my little haul today and for coming back and supporting my channel by subscribing or pressing the like button or sharing or commenting. These are all ways to help my channel that cost nothing except for a little time and a little finger action. So I really appreciate you all for doing that. And if you do want to support me in a more monetary fashion, you can look in my video descriptions or follow me in my bio. I have a link tree, and you can see everything that I have going on over there. And so there's other ways to support, or go to my website, maybe buy a shirt. I do plan on making more shirts. I just did really simple, like there's 2 designs, and then I think it's 2 or 3 designs from my old t-shirt brand, Brimstone Apparel. So check them out if you like them. You know, that's a great way to help support my channel as well. But most importantly, please take care of your fellow goths and other alternatives, both online and in real life. And until next time, I love you all. Bye.